We got one!
What, did you find something?
Yeah, check it out.
Let's tell them about it.
Okay.
Well, hello there, Parapeeps, and welcome to another episode of Our Haunted Travels. I am your host, Sean Donnelly.
And I'm your co-host, Marianne Donnelly.
Today we are doing a location video about Lanterman's Mill. Before we go into that, if you are into the paranormal history and forensic studies, you're in the right place. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell.
Absolutely.
For more videos from Panic D Videos. So, our location videos, basically we wrap up the week and we tell you about our experiences and about the location and provide some history. So this week we were featuring Lanterman's Mill, which happens to be
right here in our hometown.
Right around the corner. And that is Panic D number 1008. And it's at 980 Canfield Road, Youngstown, Ohio. And of course, it is open to the public.
Yes.
And actually, I think if you live here in Mahoning County, it only costs $1 to go inside and tour, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Yeah. You get a discount for being a local.
Yeah. So, as our entry goes, this location does have some potential evidence. We got something. Mm-hmm. So, after this video, make sure you come back and check that out. But for some history about this building, go ahead and watch this video, and we'll be right back.
Lanterman's Mill sits along a natural waterfall known today as Lanterman's Falls. The current mill, which is not the first to sit on the site, was built in 1845 by German Lanterman and Samuel Kimberly. It was restored in 1982, and it remains operational today, grinding corn, wheat, and buckwheat. The land was purchased by John Young as part of the Connecticut Western Reserve. In August of 1797, Phineas Hill, a surveyor, saw the potential for the site as a mill. He purchased the 300 acres surrounding the falls from John Young under the stipulation that he build a saw and grist mill on the site within 18 months of the purchase. Isaac Powers joined forces with Phineas Hill and constructed the original mill on the site using logs from the site area and millstones that were cut from the granite boulders, also from in the local area. This mill operated from 1799 to 1822. In 1823, the original mill was replaced by a second mill. It was built by Eli Baldwin and was a frame structure. It operated only as a grist mill, though, and not a sawmill. That is until 1843, when it was washed away by a flood. A grinding stone from the Baldwin mill can still be seen today over 500 feet downstream from the falls, right in the creek bed. The third and current frame structure was built in 1845 by German Lanterman and his then brother-in-law, Samuel Kimberly. It was again used solely as a grist mill. Now, historical records and original blueprints depicting the operation of the mill are non-existent today. However, an archaeological dig organized by Dr. John White provided valuable artifacts and proof of the existence of a water wheel. It seems that it was originally powered by an overshot water wheel that was later converted to turbines. Lanterman's Mill also used 3 sets of grinding stones while in operation. It unfortunately closed in 1888, allegedly due to new, cheaper technologies that came about, which caused it to be a little too expensive. After the mill closed, the mill stood vacant and fell into disrepair, until it was purchased by the park in 1892, where over the years it has been used as a ballroom, a concession stand, a bathhouse for swimmers, and the upper floors were even used for boat storage during the winter. In 1933, the first floor was converted into a nature museum where one could view hundreds of mounted birds, mammals, and other natural history exhibits. In 1972, the mill got a new purpose once again, and it was converted into the park's historical museum. In 1976, Lanterman's Mill was entered onto the National Register of Historic Places. With its new registry listing, it was decided to make some repairs and renovations that would return it back to its gristmill function, which proved quite difficult. There were many obstacles that had to be overcome, and it was quite costly as well. The renovation began in 1982 and took over 3 years to complete. The project cost $600,000, which they did obtain through a grant. They hired an expert gristmill renovator named Lauren Cameron for the project. He and his sons worked on the gristmill machinery and 4-ton water wheel, which was started in their shop, labeled piece by piece, then dismantled and rebuilt in its present location. At the same time, the mill underwent a complete structural revision. Footers and beams were replaced and reinforced, as well as a new roof, windows, doors, and siding were added. On the site, there also was a new observation deck and walkways which were added. An additional course was placed on the existing dam that also ensured an adequate supply of the watermill for years to come.
All right, so there you go. The history of Lanterman's Mill. Not the first mill that was built there.
Nope.
Third one.
Third one.
German Lanterman built it.
Yep.
But they might be interested in our personal experiences and kind of what we found there.
True.
Maybe. You
I think they might be.
You guys interested? You want to see an interesting picture? Yes? Okay. We've been showing pictures. We've showed you some pictures. We showed you a video. We went down for the Christmas down there. And we have a video about that Christmas at the mill. I'll put a link to that.
Ding.
We also did a video about the ghost stories and folklore about the building. So hopefully you caught Boris doing that one. But I'll put a link to that. Ding. And we did some research photos. So we showed you all kinds of photos. One of those photos that was in there, we saw something that was interesting. So when it comes to paranormal research, which is what we do, okay, we do go out and do investigations, but we do research. And you saw all those photos that we have, and going through every one of those photos and looking, oh, no, that's an orb, that's moisture, that's this, that. It takes forever. But there's one particular photo from Lanterman's Mill that we took back in 2013. That's quite interesting.
Yeah.
So I want to share that with you guys. Here we go. All right, we're on the screen there with you too.
Yeah, so this is down in the lower bowels of the building.
Yes.
Down where they call it the heart of the mill is, the big water wheel.
And there's also the claim that is reported down there is a worker in period clothing. However, we saw this picture and look right here. That's kind of interesting. I'll zoom in on that. Kind of looks like a face right there. There's also reports of a woman that looks in the windows and that kind of stuff.
That's correct.
So you can see an eye and,
Yeah, I think it looks like she's facing that pillar of stone. It looks like it's the side of her head, like this side of her face is shown. And you've got her eye and some of her hair pulled up. It seems like pulled up. And so you could see like some of her ear.
Yeah.
That's what I
That's kind of interesting. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down in the comments. Or could it just be moisture or lens flare or something like that? But it's kind of interesting when the lens flare and that kind of stuff forms something that looks like a face. Yeah. Or these over here are probably just...
They're probably moisture orbs
or something. But there's one that's a little bright right here and bright right here.
Right.
Yeah. some interesting stuff going on right there. And this is right underneath, like, one of the main areas up there.
Yeah.
At the place, too.
Is this a woman? And if so, who is she?
Yeah.
Is it German's wife? Is it someone else? We don't know.
We don't know. We just throw it out there. It could be something interesting. We don't get too many of those, but when we do, we want to share them with you and get your thoughts. So leave it down in the comments section. As far as other personal experiences, we love going down to the mill when we get a chance. It's just really cool. I mean, it's even walking up and down and the waterfalls and all that stuff, and it's pretty neat. So I like it. You like going?
Oh, I definitely like it, and I really like it when we go there at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah.
In the summer when it's just starting to get light out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
Why do you think that this location could be haunted?
You mean other than the fact that there's actually a big water?
Yeah, there's a waterfall.
There's a waterfall next to it that kind of goes through the building. Yeah. Besides that, it was also used for a lot of different things. It was repurposed for many different activities. Lots of people went there to have fun. Lots of people worked throughout that time. The area, the land was used many times. There's just so much energy.
Yeah. And plus all the people that now tore the building.
And the fact that it's been put back to its, heyday, where it was actually a running mill, and it still is currently a running mill. You can go there and buy, ground buckwheat and things like that. You can go there and get it. It's functioning the same way it was 100 years ago.
It's pretty cool. I want to go there sometime and ask them, especially like when it's not so busy, and say, hey, can we go down there and do a spirit box session and just see if we get something. So this is like down inside. If you look at the pictures of the mill, that stone that's below it, it's down in there. And it's below water level. So, yeah, it's kind of cool down here, actually. It's almost like cave-like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have the natural water coming through the rock. It's really cool.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you would like to add to this video?
Just that if they're in town, they should definitely.
If you're in town,
go.
Get a hold of us. And we'll take you down there. And you don't have to pay $1 to go in there.
There you go.
Because you'll be with us.
And we'd probably, pay for your entrance.
We'd probably take care of it. Not a problem.
Yeah, because we can afford that.
Yeah. All right. Hey, folks. Until next time.
Thanks for watching.
And happy hunting.
Let us know if you like this video by hitting that thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to see more videos from us in the future, support our channel by hitting that subscribe button and dinging that bell so you get notified the next time there's a video from Panic D Videos.
Thanks for watching.
Happy hunting.